What happened at Stonewall 54 years ago changed the course of gay rights in America. It remains a sacred site for the LGBTQ community, soon to be a national monument visitor center. It's also where ABC Steve Osunsami met with one of the world's biggest stars who's a powerful ally in the fight.
I'm no stranger to backlash.
You're no stranger to backlash, yeah.
I'm a fighter. I wrote a song about it. Doing it in my shows here for Pride Week just makes me want to sing louder, stronger, you know, harder, just because it makes me want to fight back. You can fight with love.
She's one of the most popular entertainers on the planet, who first ruled the pop charts in 1999 singing Genie in a Bottle. But Christina Aguilera is also, quite arguably, a gay icon who isn't afraid to stand up for her fans. Back in 2008, in what then felt like a controversial interview with MTV News, she spoke out against a California ballot initiative banning gay marriage.
Just doesn't make sense to me, you know, why you would put so much money behind something between stopping people from loving each other and bonding together, you know, like, I just don't understand it. You are beautiful, no matter.
And just a few years before, she won a special place in the same community with a song and video way ahead of its time that told people you are beautiful no matter what they say.
You are beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can't bring you down.
It became an anthem and earned her a GLAAD Media Award.
It was one of the first videos that showcased, you know, two men kissing. And I didn't even think at the time that that was going to be controversial. I don't think anything of those things. You know, I look at people as people, and that's why I'm so anti-judgment and criticizing other people or having no sympathy or compassion for things that don't fit the norm inside your own box.
It's why they're honoring her this week at the Stonewall National Monument Visitor Center in New York, a sacred ground for LGBTQ+ people. Things would be different today for many people across the world if it weren't for one hot night in June, 54 years ago, outside this now historic gay bar.
It was humid, the full moon was out, Judy Garland had just been buried.
In many ways, actress and singer Judy Garland was the gay icon of her time. Back then, gay men used to call themselves the Friends of Dorothy from her role in The Wizard of Oz, where she sang what became a gay anthem of her own. Victoria Cruz says the streets were angry over years of mistreatment from police, and that Garland's tragic death was one more straw.
So I sat right there on that step.
She's a trans woman and a living legend who was there that night when police raided the bar.
All of a sudden, a brick flew out.
A brick flew out from the crowd?
From the crowd that was on that corner there.
Okay.
They threw bottles, beer cans, and their middle fingers at police. They were led by trans legends like Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, who were shaking their fists at a society that told them they were sick or shouldn't exist. In New York City at the time, kissing someone of the same sex or holding their hand in public was against the law. Bars like Stonewall were a safe place.
It was the first time we stood up for our rights. For that, I wanted to see it. They weren't expecting that to happen at all, because we didn't fight back. Because when you used to go to the bars, like, they used to raid the bars. They used to harass you. If you had makeup on and you looked good, they made you wash your face with the dirty water. They washed the floors.
The fight in the streets went on for 6 nights, and when it ended, a number of gay rights organizations were born. It was such an important moment that there's a national monument outside, and next year, history will be made again.
This space is going to be the Stonewall National Monument Visitor Center, which will be the first LGBTQ visitor center within the national park system.
It is amazing to me that I am a 50-something-year-old gay man.
Yes.
Who has never been to Stonewall.
I mean, you're not unique in having that story.
Yeah.
There are a number of people who talk about they've never been to Stonewall. What's the story of Stonewall? And that's one of the reasons why we want to create this visitor center.
And to celebrate the construction, they're giving a golden shovel to one of this community's fiercest fighters.
As an artist who puts herself out there, are some people who say, you know, I don't want to hear that from my musician.
So then it's not for you then. You don't need to subscribe, but I'm doing what I feel is intentionally right for me and what I am here as a greater purpose to do as a human being. But I'm no stranger to backlash. That's okay.
What an incredible honor it is to be here with all of you standing in unity and in our truth and in our love.
There was no backlash here. She was the must-see performance of Pride Weekend in New York.
I'm so appreciative for the ability that I have to share and to help other people somehow in their lives. And that's the stuff that really means the most. You know, Grammys are nice, but things like this brings it back to other people, and the greater purpose that we're kind of all here for is to connect and to hopefully spread positivity and unity.
She says it's what she teaches her own children, love and respect for people who are different.
There's so much violence and animosity and hate being spewed. I just don't understand that. You know, that's not a world that I know I don't want to live in. I don't want to raise my kids in, and I always want them to have that sense of awareness and information and knowledge to, yes, make their own choices, but lead with compassion. Thank you so much.
Leading with compassion and sympathy. Victoria Cruz says it shouldn't be that hard.
All we want is acceptance, not tolerate. You know how much we've tolerated? Bias, sexual, physical, assaults. We've tolerated enough. What we want is acceptance. Accept us for who and what we are.
Our thanks to Steve.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.